The rush to connect technology to the internet is creating unanticipated security exposures.
Especially for home automation or the consumer market space for the Internet of Things, I think is a real concern because companies are going to live and die whether they get to market fast and with wide distribution. And right now there seems to be a rush to market, and I think security tends to be an afterthought. We have to think about security in new ways. We have to secure the person and the experience and the data in rest and in motion at all times, and that's not going to be done with a PC attitude toward security. I think the fundamental flaw is that we don't understand really how to protect that data at all times and on a multitude of platforms at the same levels of protection. That's one issue, and then the second issue is if you're working on machines at home and you have a lot of them connected, you have a breach on one, you have a breach on lots of them. Things like routers are one of the first things that really need a security to be dealt with, because everyone has one. And because the firmware on your router, especially if the router's 1 or 2 or 3 years old, it is a gateway to get into everything you own when you're using it inside your home. People replace a router when it dies finally, 5 years down the road. In the meantime, if 4 of those years they're vulnerable, we have a big problem. There's a lot of research getting into the systems and just staying there, and then quietly pivoting and looking for other opportunities to attack other surfaces. And that's what we see right now. People are getting in and looking around, finding vulnerable machines, and they're cataloging them. Then they're looking for when the attack comes, in the same way that we looked at Trojans on PCs, where the Trojan just downloads and sits there and then is for rent by whoever wants to buy it. We're seeing the same thing on the Internet of Things. So we're going to see kind of a maturation of the default operating systems used on the Internet of Things, so that a manufacturer can focus on their sensor, their technology, whatever it is they're building, and just drop in a secure operating system. And I think that's what we're going to see.